Under New Year's lights, their connection still glows. FREENBECKY. When the world is loud, some lights shine quietly. New Year's lights are never subtle. They flash. They sparkle. They demand attention. Cities glow brighter than usual. Screens fill with countdowns. And people rush to declare what the next chapter of their lives will look like. Everything feels amplified. Expectations, hopes, fears, and comparisons. Yet, in the middle of all that brightness, there are connections that don't need to compete with the noise. FREENBECKY is one of them. Under the New Year's lights, symbolic and literal, their connection doesn't flare dramatically or announce itself with spectacle. Instead, it glows. Softly. Steadily. Unbothered by the chaos around it. And that's exactly why people notice. The difference between flash and glow. Flash is instant. Glow is sustained. Flash grabs attention for a moment. Glow stays with you long after you look away. FREENBECKY has never felt like a flash-in-the-pan phenomenon. Their presence doesn't spike and vanish. It lingers, warms, settles. As the year turns, fans don't talk about them as something new or fleeting. They talk about them as something that endures. That distinction matters, especially at a time when everything feels temporary. New Year's Eve. A moment of truth for every connection. New Year's Eve has a strange way of revealing what's real. The countdown strips away performance. The noise forces clarity. The moment between almost and now exposes what actually matters. There is no sense of scrambling to define. No urgency to prove. No anxiety about what comes next. Instead, there is ease. And ease is often the clearest sign of something genuine. Why fans watch them differently at the turn of the year. Fans don't just watch Freen and Becky year-round. They feel them differently during moments of transition. The new year amplifies emotional awareness. People take stock of their lives. They notice what feels safe and what feels exhausting. During that reflection, FREENBECKY consistently lands in the safe category. Fans describe their energy as grounding, reassuring, emotionally steady, a comforting without being dull. That's not accidental. That's the result of a bond built on mutual presence rather than constant performance. Under the lights, authenticity is harder to fake. Bright lights expose everything. Under enough attention, cracks show. Under enough scrutiny, pretense collapses. The entertainment world knows this well. Many pairings thrive in controlled environments but falter when the spotlight grows harsh. FREENBECKY has done the opposite. The brighter the lights, the more natural their connection appears. Not louder, not more dramatic, just clearer. That clarity is unsettling in the best way, because it's hard to dismiss. A glow that doesn't compete, but complements. What makes their connection glow under New Year's lights is that it doesn't fight for center stage. They don't overshadow each other. They don't pull focus aggressively. They don't rely on exaggerated gestures. Instead, they complement. Their presence together feels balanced, like two lights blending rather than clashing. This harmony is rare, especially in public-facing relationships where ego and attention often dominate. New Year's symbolism. Light as continuity, not change. Light in New Year symbolism often represents change. A fresh start, a clean slate. But glow represents continuity. A glow suggests something already burning, already alive, already sustained. FREENBECKY doesn't feel like a new beginning every year. They feel like something that carries through. That distinction resonates deeply with fans who are tired of constantly reinventing themselves just to survive. Why this matters so much to LGBTQ+ audiences. For many LGBTQ+ people, the new year is complicated. It's a mix of hope for acceptance, a fear of repetition, exhaustion from existing loudly, a longing for peace. What FREENBECKY represents isn't rebellion or spectacle. It's permission. Permission to love quietly. Permission to exist without explanation. Permission to let connection be enough. Under New Year's lights, A time when queerness is often expected to be celebratory or defiant, their calm presence offers another narrative. One where love doesn't need to shout to be valid. The power of being unrushed at midnight. Midnight is usually rushed. People count. People cheer. People scramble to capture the moment. But imagine entering the new year without rushing. That's the emotional image FREENBECKY gives. Their connection feels like something that would still exist even if the countdown were silent. Even if there were no fireworks. Even if no one was watching. That's not romantic fantasy. That's emotional stability. Love that doesn't reset with the calendar. So many things reset with the calendar. Goals, expectations, trends, public interest. But genuine connection doesn't. FREENBECKY doesn't feel like something that needs a New Year rebrand. They don't shed the past to survive the future. They carry what works forward. That's why fans don't talk about what's next for them in anxious terms. There's trust that whatever comes will be handled with the same care they've already shown. Under lights meant to distract, they ground. New Year's lights are designed to distract, to overwhelm, to dazzle, to pull attention outward. FREENBECKY does the opposite. They ground. Their energy pulls attention inward, toward feeling, reflection, and emotional honesty. That's why, even during celebrations, people find themselves pausing when they think about them. The quiet confidence of staying the same. Growth doesn't always mean change. Sometimes growth means remaining intact despite pressure. Under New Year's lights, many people feel pressure to evolve loudly, to prove progress, to demonstrate transformation. FREENBECKY's connection suggests another kind of strength, the confidence to stay the same where it matters. That steadiness is radical in its own way. Love as atmosphere, not announcement. FREENBECKY doesn't announce love. They create an atmosphere where love feels possible. That's a powerful distinction. Under New Year's lights, where declarations are loud and fleeting, atmosphere lingers. And their atmosphere is one of care, patience, and mutual respect. When the celebration ends, what remains? Fireworks fade. Music stops. Crowds disperse. What remains after New Year's is what truly matters. FREENBECKY feels like something that remains. Not because it demands attention, but because it's built to last beyond the noise. Fans sense that instinctively. A glow that doesn't dim with time. Some lights burn out. Some fade. Some flicker under pressure. A glow, when nurtured, deepens. FREENBECKY's connection doesn't appear threatened by time. It looks strengthened by it. Under New Year's lights, symbols of both endings and beginnings, that steadiness feels extraordinary. Conclusion, still glowing, still here. Under New Year's lights, Freen and Becky don't become louder. They become clearer. Their connection doesn't change shape to suit the moment. It simply continues, warm, steady, and unmistakably real to those who feel it. And in a world obsessed with spectacle, that quiet glow is exactly what makes them unforgettable.